Hey guys, it is me, Jacqueline. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome this is your first time here. Before we get into this video, if you're interested in this makeup tutorial, I will actually be uploading it tomorrow night on my beauty channel. I will leave my beauty channel down below, and whenever that video is uploaded, I'll also leave it down below in the description box. I've been requested to do more makeup videos, and especially ones that have to go hand in hand with this channel. So for example, this makeup look I'm wearing, I'm obviously actually going to be posting a tutorial on that makeup look. I got a lot of requests from you guys because a lot of you want to see tutorials based on the looks I wear in these videos. But anyway, let's move on to this video and talk about my favorite book covers. Now, before we really get into it, I do have to say a little bit of a spiel. I feel like I have to say this just because some people might take this the wrong way, just me sort of focusing on books that have beautiful covers, but of course the story is what is important. But the thing about book covers is I like to look at them like accessories. Some book covers I feel like might not fit the story itself. I don't really find that I absolutely have book covers that I think are like ugly. I don't really think that is incredibly nice also, just because every book cover you have a designer behind it and you have a lot of other people that worked very hard for that particular cover and what they thought would be best. But in my personal opinion, some of my favorite book covers, it represents the story so well, but they're also beautifully done. And I do want to shout out these book covers because, yet again, book covers are not easy. They actually take time and creativity and dedication, and so why not talk about them? Of course, a lot of these are actually books that I have read, so I can verify the story inside is equally as beautiful as the story or the theme of the book cover outside. And that's why I think I love particular book covers so much, is if it is so fitting with the story. Those I think are my favorite book covers. But anyway, let's get on to this video. If you are new to my channel, you might not know my absolute obsession with Roshani Chokski's book, specifically the Star-Touched Queen almost companion duology, because technically these are actually standalone novels, but it does take place in the same universe. So Star-Touched Queen was her first novel, was her debut novel, and I not only fell in love with the story inside, but the cover on the outside is utterly stunning. I remember when I was filming my review video for this book, I'll leave it up in the cards, I loved doing that look because I tried to base it a little bit off of the book cover, and it was absolutely beautiful. Now, A Crown of Wishes I still need to get in a hardcover because this one, the color scheme is more up my alley. I love the pinks and the blue and the red and orange, but something about this, the color green and the teal with these beautiful purples, as you can see I love purple, but I also love teals and greens and blues. So this is just such a stunning cover to me. I feel like when it is in the hardcover, it's even beautiful because certain things pop up. You just have a little bit more emphasis on certain parts of the book, but seriously stunning. The backs are beautiful. I love how both covers match because they are a part of the companion duology. But some of my favorite book covers ever. I really do have to get this in hardcover. And on my other channel, actually, I filmed a tutorial based on this book cover. So if you want to see that, I'll also leave that down below, as well as any review videos I have for these books. The next book I have is Traitor to the Throne, which is from Alwyn Hamilton. This is the second book, a part of the Rebel of the Sands trilogy. Now, this cover I got actually from bookdepository.com because US covers were actually redone, so this is what they now look like. This is the third book, a part of the trilogy, which is Hero at the Fall. And in all reality, it's not really a bad book cover, but knowing that they had these originally, I love these covers so much. They're so beautiful. The colors they choose, the shine to them, like the gold with the purples and the pinks, like it's stunning. And this is the art copy of the first book, which is Rebel of the Sands. So you can see sort of the layout is similarly sort of done compared to the second book, but the colors are different. And also with the final copy, like these swirly things on the side, they have a little bit of a shine to them. It's beautiful. I really want to pick up the full trilogy in these covers just because I love them. The next book I have is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book, a part of the Dark Artifices series, and this is actually the first book they started with when it came to their new cover design. She went back and redid all her other books, but this was the first one with the new covers, and I have to say this is just so beautiful to me. Something about this image, take away the lettering and all, I could honestly picture myself hanging up a piece on my wall like this because it's so breathtaking to me. Also, the scene in which this comes about in the book, I love the fact this is sort of something that does happen in the book, so it has a lot of substance to back it up when it comes to the actual book inside. There's a lot of minor details when it actually comes to this book cover. So in the water you can actually see the buildings in the reflection, also the sword itself, the ruins on her arm, just the way her hair looks. Like, this is stunning. The light coming in, like, so many parts of this book and this front cover image I love, and it makes it so much better the fact that this actually takes place inside the story as well. The next books I have are actually another cover change that I prefer the old covers over the new ones. Honestly, maybe I should just do a video solely on cover changes and which ones I liked and which ones I didn't. But this is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This is the sequel. It's just an ARC version of A Torch Against the Night. I love these covers. I don't know what it was specifically about them. They just were so different to me. They were eye-catching yet again, but also it actually revolves a lot around the story. This one particularly, I have only actually read this book, but I love this cover so much. I love the amount of detail that was actually subtly thrown in. As you can see in the bottom, we see a girl up here, and I know the guy is up here somewhere, something like that, but it's really well done visually. It's just something so different and eye-catching. Now the new covers are this, and yet again, I wouldn't say it's bad, but I just think these are so much better. I think there are so many book covers that have a girl and a boy on the front, it's different colored, and it has the cover name, whatever. And I like the fact, you know, they all follow the theme. The third book, a part of this series, is actually like a green base cover, but I just particularly loved the first covers so much more, and I would have loved to gotten a full series with these covers over these covers. I feel like if book companies are going to do cover changes, my biggest pet peeve is when they do it in the midst of a series, because yet again, I don't really know if they came out with the third book in this cover, so I probably will have to stick with these covers. So I wish they didn't do that. I love the original covers before, and they definitely are some of my favorites. So the last two books I have are ones that I haven't actually read yet, but I love their covers so much that I definitely had to put them on this list. And I was trying to keep this list small because honestly I feel like I can pick up so many books and say why I love the covers and yada yada yada, but these are definitely like ones that immediately came to mind. This book is Let the Sky Fall by Shannon Messenger. I love the image itself. The two people wrapped up together, but the clouds around them, they actually look so realistic. The rustic tones throughout the cover I think is so beautiful. You don't really see covers that have this color on them, and that's why I think it's so eye-catching and beautiful to me. The final book cover I have is probably my favorite book cover of all time, and I love, yet again, the sky and outer space, and this is just combined. It's called Plus One by Elizabeth Fama. I still actually really want to read this book because I love this cover so much. I just, like, it leaves me speechless. I love the blues that are throughout the actual, like, outer space sky, but then the purple, pink, light lavender tones that are in the regular, like, earth sky. Like, it's just beautiful, and even the back has that same sort of image of the two people kissing. Like, it's such a stunning cover that it makes me, every single time I see it, want to read this book. I just haven't yet, so if you have read either of those two books or any of the books I mentioned, let me know what you thought of them. Also, let me know what your favorite book covers are because I would love to know it. And I was also thinking about maybe doing some of my least favorite book covers if you guys like to see that. If you want me to talk about cover changes and my favorites and my least favorite ones, stuff like that. We can do a bunch of videos that surround this because honestly it's fun, it's easy, and it's relaxing in a way just to like breeze through them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yet again, let me know what you thought of the books I mentioned and what your favorite book covers are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!